Don't force it, because if you pinch it, and damage the plastic on the tip of the shaft, that is going to cause problems. This is where it's very, very important to get it straight through and lined up perfectly. And when it goes in, you'll know it, because it'll just slide right in. If it doesn't want to go, then adjust your line of sight on all of your parts. Now, I say don't force it. You will have to kind of push on it to get it to go in there. You just don't want to be too aggressive with it. There. Got it back in there. Okay. Now, we got to put this back together. Now the clutch is completely reassembled. Hopefully you can see that. See if I can zoom out a little. The clutch is reassembled. Now we've got to put the trip assembly back together. Now, what you want to do here is just take that to the left, put it on there till it just bumps up against there. Put your screws back on very lightly. Don't tighten them up yet. Just get them kind of close. Your two screws. And then this thing will move to the left and the right. It's slotted. You'll feel the spring tension from the trip rod on there. What you want to do is just get it up against the trip rod and then move it ever so slightly to the right and lock it down. Generally that'll do it quite well. But the idea here, and I'm going to push this towards me to get it back on the post. And then I'm going to try to get to where you can see this. I don't know if I can. Zoom in a little bit. What you want here is for that to be on that post halfway between center and the right side. So if it's a little off, trip it, move the part just a little left or right, and lock it down and try it again. Now you can trip it by just putting your finger right in between, right in here, and with forcing your finger in there, you'll knock the end of that and you'll trip it. And now you can see that it is tripped. It's fallen off of the post. See if I can get it. Come on, shine the light in there. Now it's off the post. That's the play position. And down here you'll see that the forks are up against the body, and that's the play position. And in here, the pin is in the upper position. Alright, so that's reassembled. That's all good. And that should work just fine. I don't have a machine here to put this in to try it, but that will solve the problem if your problem was a broken clutch rod. Now, one other thing I want to mention is this locking cam right here. This has a few different positions. This is what releases your mechanism from the. You're all familiar with this if you've ever taken the mechanism off of there. And I got to put these. I didn't put the springs back on, so let's do that. You want your springs to be reassembled. And those right there, you lift those up to release the mechanism and take it off of the magazine. But the point here I want to make is that this locking cam has a little flat spot on it. I think you can see that. It's got a flat spot right there. That is to allow this to come all the way down and release off the magazine so that you can release it from the magazine. When you're operating this machine, you just want to rotate this down to where it's pointing straight down. That is the operating position. So make sure that when you're running your machine that is in that position. That keeps the magazine from coming off, or the mechanism from coming off of the magazine, but it doesn't put too much tension on it. If you rotate this all the way around, that's the shipping transport position, and it puts more pressure on these rollers so that the magazine or the mechanism doesn't come off of the magazine. But you don't want this position to operate because it binds the mechanism up more and it'll make it run slower. So be sure when you're operating your machine that this is in the down position. Alright, and that should solve your problem if your problem is a broken clutch rod. I'll try to put a link to a place or two where you can order a clutch rod if you need one. So thanks for watching. Have a pleasant tomorrow.